Thank you, Trevor, for hosting us this morning. And I'm happy to share this table with Malanet Senior Counsel, Professor Tom Ojenda, and my very good friend, Senator Eddie. And as I said, it was almost high time that we say, let's take it away from these two very good gentlemen. Now, the question that you've just asked, whether we are entrenching Pan-Africanism by putting Raila into the EU position, or we are exiting from the Kenyan politics. I would agree both.
So it's both?
It's both. Okay. Because one, we are saying the role that the Right Honorable Raila Odinga will play if he were to be successful in this position will take him away from our day-to-day politics.
Is that a good thing?
For the period of the term. Yes, it is, because we know Raila as the guy who's been in our politics for quite a while. We know him as the man who's kept on check almost all governments. We know him as a politician who has been in all cycles of elections in this country. And having him at that position where he's not only going to be the CEO of this very great entity within Africa, he is also going to be engaged in politics beyond Kenya, in politics beyond East Africa. It will be the entire region. And so, at the same time, we would say we are also entrenching him in the Pan-Africanism. Why? Because of the roles that he's previously played. He has negotiated peace across Africa. He has been engaged and have made friends from not only our East African neighbors, but across the divide. And so, if we were not to be the political class that Senator Eddie is trying to actually market the whole conversation about Raila's candidature in, it would fly for both what you asked. We will be entrenching him in African Pan-Africanism and leadership across Africa. At the same time, and it's actually Raila himself who said it the other day, that look, I'm not going anywhere, which is true. My good friend, while he was in Narok with his team the other day, gave us comparisons of the timings within which Raila, for example, would cross over from Ethiopia to Kenya if he was to come and join in. What, according to them now, is Raila's everyday aspect of life, which is not the case. To them, Raila's business is he can fly in from Ethiopia to participate in Mandamano that is being organized within the country. And they were giving an analogy of, it would take me 2.5 hours from Nairobi to Narok. And if we are saying that we are supporting Raila's candidature because we want to exit him from the local politics, then we are wrong. Which is not the case. And that is why I was saying it's both exiting him at the same time entrenching.
So are you as Kenya Kwanza supporting him because you want him to exit the Kenyan politics so that it gives you an easy ride in 2027?
Not at all. And that is where we miss the point. Why? Because after the elections, none of the rest of us, especially in Kenya Kwanza, is already planning so much ahead of time to an extent of forgetting the fact that we had a manifesto. We made promises to the people of Kenya. We haven't delivered in some. We have delivered in some. Some of them are actively being in the channel of delivery. If then we were to say we are beginning to run the process of politicking for 2027, Trevor, I'll tell you, we will miss the point. We will not deliver on this. The problem is that whenever a political figurehead like Raila comes into the equation on confrontation, everybody sees it politic. Everybody politicizes the whole issue. And what the president said and what we all say is this: the time for politics will come. For now, after the election, we all became Kenyans. In Bomet, for instance, I had supporters who were supporting my competitor, a CCM candidate. I was Kenya Kwanza candidate. After the election, the entire residents of Bomet only have got one senator. That is Hillary Sigei. Kenya, as a country, after the election, have got one president. And I'm very happy the other day, the speech by Raila, he acknowledged the fact that, you know what, I had had a very good session with the president of Uganda and the president of Kenya. It's among the firsts of his acknowledgement of the fact that the president of Kenya is Dr. William Samoei Ruto. What I'm trying to say is that after the elections, we all became Kenyans. If we were to pull out the politics of this conversation, the way Eddie attempted to do it, but with a lot of reservations and also pulling, he's not coming out to be true. He said that Raila is one of the over 50 million Kenyans who is going for that position. If we were to see it in that perspective, we wouldn't be politicizing it. We would all be saying, let us have one of our own to go and head this very prestigious institution. And that one of our own is the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. So it's got nothing to do with the conversation about 2027, letting him be off the equation. And you see, that is also the conversation now that has gone deep in the coalition, the Azimio coalition, which is not stable, of course. And it's because they have completely politicized.
Why is it not stable?
Kalonzo is struggling. Eddie here is saying we need to have another one. And remember, in the Luo Nyanza, the absence of Raila in every political contest can take away a very good number of our good friends in the political cycle. Because all they need whenever Raila is there is a pronouncement by Baba that Eddie is the man to beat, Professor Tom is the man to beat. And so they're definitely worried. Eddie is worried probably that, if Raila were to exit from the party politics across the Luo Nyanza, then any other competitor who would come, who will not have, and they will not have, and they will not have Raila in the mix, then it cannot be as good as business as usual. I probably want to...
I have to respond.